Today, I ranked every Playboi Carti concert tour from worst to best. In last place, I have Carti's 2018 Die Lit tour. During this tour, Carti transitions further into his current sound, mainly screaming and just singing parts of his song, while the backing track does the rest. This still does get the crowd jumping, as any of his popular songs get the entire crowd rolling and just moshing the entire time. The crowd is still popping after Carti moves to the upper deck during this concert, but you can kind of see how Carti turns from this into what he does now in his current day performances. You can see, at least though, at this time, he's high-fiving all his fans. He's a lot less mysterious, and he also seems a lot more into his performance than at least he does like nowadays, where he's just kind of doing his own thing away from the crowd. Here he's really trying to hype the crowd up and give them a lot of energy.
Try that motherfucking song.
You can also see that Carti kind of likes doing these dangerous, more interesting stunts, which kind of leads to what he does now with all like the smoke and the fire, and I feel like that's more like interesting stunts than a lot of other rappers do. So I think this really set him up for what he's doing now. Overall, at least during this concert, Carti seemed a lot less into his performance, but he's still kind of solidly happy at this point. He gets a ton of energy from the crowd. This one also had a ton of different other performers, like guest performers, and I feel like that also toned down Carti's energy himself. This tour has to go into C tier, at least from this footage. It looks solid, but it has to be the worst out of all these Carti tours. In third place, I have Playboi Carti's 2017 Playboi Carti Tour. There's solid energy from Carti throughout the show, but the energy from the crowd was down at a lot of points, and they didn't seem as into certain songs.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? Run that shit back. Hold on. Run that Millie Rock.
You can also see Carti gets a lot happier during these tours, as he really tries to go for that like fun and chill vibe versus the hard and angry vibe he kind of goes for on nowadays tours. It's a little bit refreshing, but it's definitely nothing special from Carti as an artist. During a lot of these younger tours, Carti also doesn't have a lot of experience on stage, and he just kind of does whatever will get him the most applause from the crowd, and he just goes for these super generic things that, of course, the crowd cheers on and he likes, but, you know, they're nothing special as, like, a stage performer.
Open the fucking mosh pit, nigga.
Make some fucking noise right now.
Open the fucking mosh pit, man.
Get that mosh pit open.
Yeah, what we got?
You could also see the audience doesn't have that same hardcore vibe they do nowadays, and Carti seems like a lot more vibe artist concert. It seems like something you come out to vibe and chill to, instead of to go really hard like you would nowadays, and there's just a couple bangers in the middle for that kind of energy.
Then I run my team. Hop up in the wheel.
This Playboi Carti tour from 2017 has to go into B tier. It looks like much more of a chill concert. If you were a big Carti fan, I feel like this would be really fun, but there's nothing like exceptional that you have to go out of the way to see Carti. I think this is just a very, very solid concert from Carti. In second place, I have Carti's 2018 Neon Tour. Carti definitely brings out a lot from the audience, but at times he just kind of seems bored, and the DJ brings out a lot of that same energy from that audience. Again, Carti lets the backing track do the majority of the work and kind of just dances around for a lot of his set. Every song does have a ton of energy from the crowd, who's basically continuously moshing and actually starting all that energy to give back to Carti. I feel like Carti isn't bringing the energy, but the audience really, really is on this one. This one is a big step up from the other two concerts because he and the crowd bring great energy, and it's not like just one of them is going through it. They both are bringing great energy to this and really pushing this concert up to the next level. You can also see during this concert here, Carti really easily controls the crowd, and they basically do whatever he wants. They're always screaming his name, singing the songs. I just think it's really great, and they put in a really good performance here.
I want you to feel it. Chill.
The 2018 Neon Tour is a big step up from the Dial-It Tour. Even in just a year, he seems a lot more comfortable, and both Carti and the crowd bring a lot more energy as the songs have kind of had the time to develop in the minds of the crowd and everything, so they know all the lyrics. But I think this small venue does have a lot of limitations to the energy they can do here, and it kind of caps out with Carti in this one. In first place, it has to be Carti's 2021 King Vamp Tour. During this tour, Carti really goes all in on the backing track and basically just says random words or screams the entire time, but the crowd eats it up every single time he does that, and it really just shows how strong Carti's fan base is when every single word of every single song is just sung right back at Carti, and they're just moshing along the entire time. The energy throughout this entire tour is just absolutely crazy, and I just love everything Carti did with this tour. During this tour, Carti has a lot better lead-ins to the songs with custom guitar intros that make the beat drop so much better every single time the beat drops. With every song during this concert, you can see the crowd sways back and forth, showing the crazy amount of energy Carti can just bring from one crowd. Every single person is always moshing, and there's always a ton of movement because there's a giant pit here, and every single person is getting in during the music. With every single song, it seems like there's some really nice transitions, showing that Carti's like production design and just the overall quality of the sound and the show has really gone up since his first shows, which are just really bare bones and stripped back. There are multiple times throughout this concert where Carti will just say homicide, 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 or something else, and the crowd will absolutely just go crazy, even when it's just him in the instrumental playing. And it's just crazy because Carti has so much energy and he brings so much of his aura to the show, and everyone really falls for it. Overall, I think even while Carti is even unable to be seen through the smoke throughout this entire show, he brings out the best of the crowd, and I think the production quality on this tour is so much better than some of his other ones. So this concert tour definitely has to go in A tier for every Playboi Carti concert tour. That wraps up my entire ranking every Playboi Carti concert tour from worst to best. If you guys do want more videos like this, please subscribe, as we'll be posting more videos like this if this does well.